Hi everyone, it's me Jo, and today I'm bringing you a really special video. I've been on YouTube since, my God, before it was even widescreen and before you could automatically get AdSense attached to your account and before custom thumbnails and all that jazz. I try and stay clear of being an influencer. I really want to be someone that's independent of YouTube because it really wasn't something that I aspired to because there wasn't anyone to look at and think, okay, you've done really well, I'll do what you do. It was a fresh and new platform when I joined. It's been a real blessing to me to be able to still maintain my level of work, but not necessarily do the same things as an influencer would do. So I found out about this campaign that was going on recently, and there was an opportunity, and it was an opportunity to talk about something that actually really hit home with me. I live and have lived my entire life surrounded by my family who always recycle, who always use economy versions of things, and it's been something that I've just grown up around anyway. I've also been vegan kind of through like allergies and things as a baby, and I've never been able to eat meat and stuff like that, but more so because of the ethical side of this. And finding a platform on YouTube to do this in that's not exaggerated, that's not a sensation, it's not about making money for me, is really important because so many people have used the way the Google algorithms now are to actually bounce off of news videos. So when people have maybe failed at doing beauty content, they can then start getting retention by bouncing off of a sensational video, and it loses a lot of the integrity of what you're talking about. And I find it really insincere because at the end of the day, they're the people that are making money. It's really important for me to actually stay true to what my beliefs are on this, because when I go forwards and I extend my work into different areas, I really want to be sincere in it and not have a portfolio of work that's been about making a check. So this opportunity actually came my way, and I found out about the Little by Little campaign. So I was actually sent this from Google, and I was given the choice to pick some sustainability kind of ideas that I can actually tell you guys that I do in my everyday, just 6 seconds, don't take a lot of effort, and that really help the planet. So let me tell you a little bit more about the Little by Little campaign, and there's 17 goals they're hoping to actually bring to attention. Now, these range from poverty to gender inequality to things like sustainability to green energy, and they're things that are very important to look into. I'm really impassioned by marine life. I was really scarred actually going to see, this is going to sound like a stupid thing, but I saw a dolphin for the first time in real life, because I've never seen a dolphin before. Because I'm like disabled somewhat in my brain, I didn't realise how big a dolphin was, and also because I'm slightly psychic and I was picking up on the energy of the dolphins, and I felt like the dolphins were like, actually, this is going to be like so absurd, I'm going to have to send this to Google and they're going to have to watch this, like I picked up on the energies of the dolphins, and I felt like the dolphins were like people with Alzheimer's or dementia, and I realised they were real sentient creatures. And then I thought, oh my God, there's whales in sea life parks, and oh my God, it freaked me out. And it made me even more concerned about endangered marine life. And I am a living example of someone that actually talks about gender inequality and LGBTQ representation, because I've done this without actually selling myself through my labels, hopefully inspiring you guys to do the same thing. Because as much benefit as it is to be someone that is visible and to be talking constantly about your experience, and I think there is definitely something in that we need to actually discuss and we need to talk about. Some of the time I feel like we need to discuss this in a little bit more of a strategic way to reach our end goals, because what we're doing is we're encouraging people to profit off of the argument, whereas we should be encouraging people to humanize with our experiences. So one thing that I really didn't want to talk about in this opportunity was the stuff that I really talk about on my channel, because I do speak so much about it, but to talk about other things like green energy and sustainability. Now with me, I'm not someone that's going to sell you a load of nonsense that I found on the internet. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to filter it. I think that's probably why you guys stick with me, is because I'm so blatantly honest about everything. I find a lot of animal cruelty just to be abhorrent, and some of the things that I see in my day-to-day, even navigating on Facebook when I'm trying to talk to my fam or share pictures of my niece, I see the most horrific pictures of turtles with straws in their faces. You don't realise when you're actually picking up that straw where it's going to go. And some of these things actually end up hitting the ocean, getting filtered through the wildlife there. And that turtle was a horrific example of a situation where I thought, my God, I'm guilty of that. I'm someone that really is guilty of that. So I'm really grateful that a lot of brands are starting to be aware of this. And I think around town, I've seen, especially in Brighton, that there is a lot of bars and venues that are starting to use sustainable straws, things that are made of paper, things that are actually used that you can degrade, that won't get caught up in a actual turtle's face or a fish's face. And this is something I think everyone can do, and this will make all the difference. It's really, really, really quite important. Second thing on my little by little 6-second kind of quick things you can do actually comes down to cosmetics. Now, I went to university to study a biochemistry masters. I went to London College of Fashion, and we went there to actually learn to develop makeup from a lab technician's perspective, but then also implement it to market. I remember in the lab, we were actually making a scrub with microbeads, and I was really, really, really kind of shocked to see how many people still used microbeads, because I knew that they actually get filtered through little creatures in the sea and end up being stuck in bigger animals, like going through the food chain and all that jazz. So microbeads are something that's actually been banned now by the UK, and I'm super grateful that we're going to actually start being more aware as cosmetic businesses about what we're going to put into our products. There are so many different sources of physical exfoliants that you can put in that are actually biodegradable, things that are actually going to be really great for different communities around the world, because they're actually considered the throwaway part of industry, like kernels of nuts and seeds and so on, which can substitute microbeads and things like that. I think our generation are really people that take things and we run with them, and we do our research because we have a huge encyclopedia on the internet. We don't just use it to watch memes. But it's so important to be aware of what we can do to make change. Things that do concern you can be changed if you write to your representatives, get in contact with your people in power. Another thing you can do, which is something that I've always been, has been vegetarian and vegan. Now, I started off being vegetarian through actual disgust of meat as a child, but it was like, not just like when I was 13, this is when I was a baby. I could not eat the damn thing. It made me very sick. I refused to eat it. And I come from a house of carnivores. I actually post a lot of vegan meals on my blog. I have been cooking my whole life, and I actually adore this. I've been doing it for some time now, about 6 months or so. I've been uploading posts, and my recipes are available for you guys to find out on my website. There are so many things you can do for sustainability. If you wanted to find out some more information, please check out in the links below. To participate, which I welcome you guys all to do, please use the hashtag L by little by little, which I'll put in the title. And you guys can check it all out too. Think about the things you can do. There are so many different little things that you forget about, whether it's putting your cycle on a different energy thing when you're doing your washing, whether it's going for a bike ride instead of actually getting a cab, or whether it's things like just being aware where your stuff comes from, that you're eating, that you're putting on your skin in terms of makeup and all that jazz. Thank you so much. Thank you to the United Nations. Thank you to Google for inviting me to be part of this. It's a very important cause, and I'm excited to continue work with you in the future. All right, guys, thank you so much. Do something little by little, and I'll see you all in my next video.